today is going to be my first Constitutional Silver, Junk Silver, Hunt and Fill. Let's see what we got in here. First of all, we got this. I don't know if this is going to go in the book, because it's in really good condition. Let me know what you think if I should put this in the book, because I do have books to put that in. First, I'm going to sort this by denomination, and then we'll go through it and see what we got. I do see that we have a couple Morgan dollars and stuff here. I will say I did not get these all at the same place. There was 2 different places that I went to go pick up this silver. But right now I'm going to sort it by denomination, and I'll be right back with that. Alright, I got everything sorted. We have 1 Silver Eagle. We have all these dimes. Some of them are damaged, like you can see these are all bent. So these aren't going to fit in any of the books. And then we have all these quarters. But what we're going to start with is the Peace Dollar and the 3 Morgan dollars. This is the first Silver Hunt and Fill, so that's going to be the first coin in this book. There it is, the first Peace Dollar in the book, the 1925. Now we have 3 Morgans in 1886, New Orleans, in 1898, San Francisco, and this one's a New Orleans, 1889. So once again in this book, we don't have any Morgan dollars. So we're adding the 1886 New Orleans. And on this last page, we're adding the 1889 New Orleans. And then in this book, we're adding the 1898 San Francisco. And that's the only coin being added to this book. Now for the silver quarters. I'm going to quickly sort them by design type, and I'll be right back after I do that. Alright, we got 4 Standing Liberty quarters, and we got this giant stack of Washington quarters. We also got a 1932. If this has a mint mark on it, it's a key date. And it's not. It's a Philadelphia 1932 first year Washington silver quarter. So now I'm going to organize these by year. So I actually sorted them by decade. So these are all from the 60s. These are all from the 50s. 40s. We actually got 2 from the 30s, and it's a 1937 and a 1932. Let's see if the 37 has a mint mark, and it does not. And then we have a 1930 Standing Liberty, a 1926, a 1927, and a 1929 Standing Liberty quarters. So now, because we know the years on the Standing Liberty, let's get this filled now. So here's the coins going in the book. The 1926, the 1927, the 1929, and the 1930. All Philadelphia going into the Standing Liberty quarter book. Now I'm going to start going through the Washington quarters and sort them by year. Alright, for the 30s and 40s, we got a 1932 Philadelphia, a 1937 Philadelphia, a 1941 Philadelphia, a 1945 Denver, a 1946 San Francisco, a 1948 Philadelphia and San Francisco, and a 1949 Philadelphia. I'm going to put those in the book, and I'll be right back with the 50s and 60s. There's not a lot of quarters going into this book. We got the 1932 Philadelphia, the 1937 Philadelphia, the 1941 Philadelphia, and the 1945 Denver. So far to this book, we're adding the 1946 San Francisco, the 1948 Philadelphia, the 1948 San Francisco, and the 1949 Philadelphia. We still have the 50s and 60s to go. So we got a 1950 San Francisco, a 1941 Philadelphia, a 53 Denver, a 55 Philadelphia, a 59 Denver, a 62 Philadelphia, a 63 Philadelphia and Denver, and a 64 Philadelphia and Denver. We have multiple of some of those. So I'll be back to put them in the book. So in this book, we're going to be adding the 1953 Denver, the 1950 San Francisco, and the 1951 Philadelphia. Then over here, we're going to be adding the 1955 and the 1959 Denver. In this book, we're adding the 1962, the 1963, the 1963 Denver, the 1964, and the 1964 Denver. On this page, we're only missing the 62 Denver, the 61 Denver, the 60 Denver, and the 1961. And now it's time to go through the silver dimes and see if we need any. Working our way backwards, we have all these Roosevelt dimes. We have this small stack of Mercury dimes. And we have this stack of Barber dimes. We also, and I found this in a junk silver dime bin, I found this dime. It's an 1845 Seated Liberty. It appears to be minted in Philadelphia because I don't see a mint mark there. It could just be damaged. This is 1845. I don't have a book for that. The latest book I have is started in 1892. So I need to get another book to put that in. We're going to start with the Roosevelt dimes. I'm going to sort them by decade, and I'll be back to let you know if there's any additions to the book. I just decided to sort them by year and see if we needed any for the book. And we do need one. This is the 1950 San Francisco. We're almost done with this. We only need the 49S, the 49, the 53S, the 54S, the 55, the 55S, and the 1958. And then we have all the silver Roosevelt dimes. Don't have a lot of Mercury dimes, but we have 3 from the 20s, 2 from the 30s, and 1 for the 40s. I'm going to see if we need any of them for the book. In this book, I'm going to be adding the 1923 San Francisco, the 1925 San Francisco, the 1928 Denver, the 1934 Denver, and the 1938 San Francisco. In the Barber dime book, we're going to be adding a 1900, a 1902, a 1906, a 1911, a 1913, a 1914, 1908 Denver. And if you look at all these that have mint marks, they're lower mint than the Philadelphia, and a lot lower mint than the Philadelphia. So that was everything. We went through the dimes and the quarters and the Morgan and Peace dollars. So that's it for this Silver Huntingville. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be having more of these very soon. Bye.